Hi, everybody. Dan DeFedericis. I'm the publisher of Saratoga Report, as many of you know. I'm also a father. My wife, and I are blessed with two beautiful daughters. The older of which is a student at Spa Catholic, Saratoga Central Catholic. She's a middle schooler there, and that is easily one of the top three decisions my wife and I ever made in the parenting realm. To send her to Spa Catholic, and she concurs. She absolutely loves it there. There are days when she's sick and she still wants to go to school. How about that? That is quite the ringing endorsement right there. And Of course, we have to keep her at home some days, but she really enjoys this school. She enjoys everything about it. And I'm not here to tell you like you should send your kid to Spa Catholic. But what I am here to tell you is if you have the slightest intrigue on what it entails and whether it might be a good fit for you, then you absolutely should explore that a little more. And there's a very simple, relatively quick way to do that, and that is by the tour and shadow visit route. You and perhaps your spouse and the child would take a tour of the school where you can ask as many questions as you want on any subject pertaining to attendance there and applying there. And the shadow visit is for the child himself or herself. They would go for the entire school day with another current Spa Catholic student of the same grade, and they would shadow them, of course, and follow them throughout the day and sit next to them in class and see what an entire day as a Spa Catholic student would do. I got to tell you something. Well, let me show you how to do that. You can call 518-587-7070, or you can email SCC, that of course stands for Saratoga Central Catholic, SCC admissions, all one word, at saratogacatholic.org. And I'll put the phone number back up there. And I just want to tell you one last thing. I want to keep this brief, but we did our research. We knew about their stellar curriculum, their college placement, the AP credits, the scholarships that the students receive when leaving there after 12th grade and going to college. We knew all that, but I got to tell you, and the stellar sports program, state champions in baseball, sectional champions in girls basketball, and a lot of other high achievement among those sports teams, which just about every kid makes, by the way. There's not too many cuts on the sports teams at Saratoga Central Catholic. But let me tell you what really sold it for me. What really was the clincher for me is I spent maybe 30 minutes at an event with a bunch of Spa Catholic students from different grades, and I enjoyed the experience. These kids are obviously they're smart, but they're a lot more than that. They're community minded. They're engaging. They're caring with the other students. They're happy. And they were funny. They had me laughing, and I said to myself, "Oh my God, these are the kids that I want my daughter going to school with. I want these kids next to me. I want my daughter working with these kids and learning these kids." That was the clincher. So I think if you have the slightest intrigue or interest in this, then you owe it to yourself, and you certainly owe it to your child to explore it further by taking a tour, asking some questions, and then sending your child on a shadow visit. Call 518-587-7070 and give it a try. Thanks again for watching this.